And the reason we're talking about this today is because when it comes to money, there is so much about money that is neutral that if you understood what neutrality means around finances, you would get so much power. And I'm going to explain to you what I mean. A lot of times we mix circumstances with stories. I have spent the first part of this episode breaking it down for you. So now you understand that what you think about what is happening in your life matters so deeply, but it also is important for you to recognize that it's just the way you're thinking about it. It isn't actually what is happening. There is what's happening, and there's the way you're thinking about it. And I want you to learn to separate the two. In Money Academy this month, we are covering emotional resilience. And that is your capacity to feel a certain emotion and being able to move into a different emotion and not allow the initial emotion to direct your actions, to influence your actions, to be able to hold multiple emotions at once and just choose on purpose what is the emotion that will drive your action. That is what I call emotional resilience. What this does for your finances is that no matter what's going on in the world, what you do with your money, how you prepare for your future, how you show up every day in your life, you decide. You are 100% responsible for how you decide to show up in your life, in your finances, for your future. Because this matters so deeply because a lot of times people react to their emotions and they don't realize that they are actually powerful enough to decide, I don't need to react from this emotion. I can react from this emotion, and I'm going to use this emotion to fuel my actions. That's how much power you are. But the only way you know this and you use this power is when you understand that what is happening in the world is not the reason you feel the way you do. You feel the way you do because of what you're saying to yourself about what's happening in the world. So circumstances being neutral means they're not actually responsible for how you feel. What is creating how you feel is what you think about. And if you know that, if you really understand that what you think about, how you translate circumstances is what determines how you feel, then you are in power. Because if circumstances are the reason you feel the way you feel, then your power is gone because the circumstance is fixed. If the market is in a downturn, there's nothing you can do about that. And if that's the reason you feel the way you do, you're going to have to feel that way until the market changes and goes back up. You see what I'm saying? But if you know that that's just what's going on, that's just a circumstance, and how you feel is what you've decided to make that circumstance mean, you are in so much power because now you can decide, I'm going to change the way I think about it because I don't like the way I feel. And based on how I think, it's going to move me to take different actions to create different results. That is the power of emotional resilience. Knowing that I am responsible of my outcome because I know I'm responsible for my emotions. This rule applies in every situation in life. But here are some circumstances to help you identify them so that you start to realize what you make them mean is what's creating the results you're creating in your life.